If you grew up with emotionally immature parents or are in an enmeshed family system, you might confuse pity and empathy, even if you would never think that you would. I have been confusing pity and empathy. A big sign that you might be confusing the two is if you listen to a family member, a friend, whoever vent, and you start feeling stressed or anxious or kind of go into like fix it mode, solve it mode, rescue this person mode. That's pity, not empathy. Empathy doesn't take on responsibility for other people's stuff. So if you're feeling like burdened or like the weight or responsibility of somebody who's venting to you, it's because you're pitying them. And that is kind of sort of a tiny bit of condescension in the sense that like you're kind of assuming that they can't solve this on their own and that you have to take over or that you have to take it on, even if you don't like consciously think that. But it doesn't have to be that like over the top condescending pity like that I used to think of pity as. And the reason that this like correlates with emotional immaturity and enmeshment is because where that really stems from is like a lack of boundaries. It's like, well, if one person has a problem, it's everybody's problem. Maybe in some families it might be, especially if it's like one particular person has a problem, like dad has a problem, mom has a problem, well now everybody has to make it their own problem, because it like a lot of times as a kid, if you knew that they didn't handle their stuff well, like the way to like protect yourself and guard yourself was to handle their stuff for them or regulate their emotions for them or whatever. Another like red flag for pity is something along the lines of, well, we can't tell him or her that because they'll be too upset. It's, I guess another way of saying it is you kind of are seeing them as fragile or disempowered. And sometimes this can just be kind of the rescuer's fault. It can be something that you're doing regardless of who you're with, but other times people really see themselves as disempowered, and so they approach an interaction where they are really seeking to be rescued, and that can really provoke that, like provoke people to lean more towards pity than empathy.